What they want everyone to know is what they did mattered. And that's what this trip is all about. In our continuing coverage tonight, police are still searching for a suspect who they say robbed a bank at gunpoint in Bangor Township yesterday afternoon. Police are searching for the man who robs a Bangor Township bank in broad daylight. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Stella Daskalakis. Well, this scene right now, Courtney, looks much different than it did about an hour and a half ago. Right now, you mentioned where the bank is, Mercantile Bank. We're standing right in front of it and across the street. There are several authorities still on the scene, of course, investigating what happened here today. Hi, Courtney. This was a massive welcome home ceremony. There were hundreds of people here welcoming home the 75 veterans and their guardians. Our day started very early today. We went to the Military Women's Memorial. We went to Arlington. We saw the changing of the guard, which is so awe-inspiring. And then we went to the Air Force and Navy memorials. It was quite a day. It was day two. And I'm going to introduce you to two of three sisters who are here. One is a veteran. One is her guardian, who's also a veteran. Thank you so much for your service. We reached out to three trusted Black leaders in Genesee County to talk about the issues facing Black youth today and the positive actions being taken to mentor and encourage their success. We welcome celebrity chef Nate Brown, involved dad Sean Hart, and business owner Charlie Dobson in the middle. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
It's an important discussion, and one statistic I found, the Annie E. Casey Foundation last September reported that Black students are twice as likely as their white peers to be in inadequately funded school districts. Then there's the issue of getting kids off the streets so they don't get involved in crime and gangs. But there's good news too, because leaders like you are stepping in to help guide Black youth and guarantee their success. So, Chef Nate, I'll start with you. What do you see as a major challenge facing Black youth? After landing in Baltimore, Maryland, this historic Michigan honor flight made up of all women veterans and their guardians started at the National Mall and the World War II Memorial. This journey takes them through the memorials built to honor their service to their country. For veteran Esther Winder of Fenton, the World War II Memorial created moments for reflection.
To be able to say that I was part of an all-female flight coming to Washington, D.C. to view all of the many monuments and tributes that have been poured out for the veterans is tremendous.
She also feels deep emotions, as did her guardian.
So many of the servicemen came back to us, and they weren't whole.
Just to see not just the male veterans recognized, but now the female veterans, old, and then them welcomed finally, it's amazing.
Visiting the rededicated Korean War Veterans Memorial and Vietnam War Memorial was a time for veteran Denise Hoffman of Saginaw to pause.
Grief, sadness, a lot of people's names on that who lost their lives serving our country.
Near the Vietnam War Memorial, veteran Deanna Sinclair Parker of Traverse City, who served in Germany, was remembering her fallen friends and colleagues.
It's very emotional to me, very emotional. So it's hard, very hard.
This veteran promised a friend she would find the name of his brother on the Vietnam War Memorial, and she did.
And it's a junior, right?
Yep. Nancy got us.
It's her gift to her friend, who is too grief-stricken to visit the wall himself. This two-day journey is an emotional one for the women veterans, many of whom are here in Washington, D.C. for the very first time. But their service spans a lifetime, and the monuments that are built to honor their service are here for generations to come. Reporting in Washington, D.C., I'm Stella Daskalakis. He is nearly 100 years old. He does his own laundry, drives, serves as a greeter in church, attends Bible classes, and goes to breakfast with friends, according to his son. But this Frankenmuth man doesn't stop there. When it snows, our local hero, Arnie Scharer, is out taking care of others. 99-year-old Arnie Scharer does not stay indoors when it snows.
As long as we get 1.5 inches of snow, I go out with my tractor and plow.
Arnie's snow plowing extends far beyond his property line in Frankenmuth.
I go down the street here and down the street there, and I got 4 driveways.
He's been plowing snow since I was a little kid growing up in the country. And so when he moved into the city 30 years ago, that routine continued.
Myra Sarek lives next door to Arnie and shares a driveway with him. So naturally, she's in his path of plowing.
And he's been a blessing, really, because this is a big driveway to do.
Arnie's work ethic started years ago. He grew up on a farm, never attended high school, but always had 2 jobs and served in the Army, which included 2 years in Germany helping prisoners of war. His son Gary says accomplishments are what motivate his dad.
You have, 4 inches of snow on the driveway and sidewalk, and when he's done, it's clear and clean. So he sees achievement.
I just love to do it. I don't want to get paid for it.
Working is part of who Arnie is, so he doesn't expect anything in return. But neighbors find ways to pay him back.
When I go strawberry picking, I make sure I get a little extra for Arnie.
Gifts or no gifts, he'll keep firing up the tractor in the winter because his good deed makes him feel good inside, even with another birthday not too far away.
Yeah, I'll be a big 100.
Yes, he will. Arnie will turn 100 this June. Another added bonus, he feels his snow plowing, along with staying social and active, has kept him healthy for decades. Send us an email to localheroes@midmichigannow.com or call 810-247-1276 to tell us about local heroes in our Mid-Michigan communities.
All of Mid-Michigan. Welcome to Community Wide.
Thank you for joining us for this week's Community Wide. I'm your host, Stella Daskalakis. This week, we are shining the spotlight on 3 judges in Saginaw County who are making history. First, we meet the Honorable Patrick J. McGraw of Saginaw County Probate Court. He has presided over several courts during his time on the bench, and much of his energy is fueled by his love for all things outdoors.
That's my dad, John McGraw, who was a lawyer here in Saginaw for longer than me.
Before becoming a judge, the Honorable Patrick J. McGraw worked as an attorney with his late father, both avid sportsmen who did trial work representing doctors and hospitals in Saginaw. The lessons he learned from Dad remain with him today.
My dad taught me early on respect for everybody and getting along with everybody was the biggest thing to do in the practice of law.
At his desk lined with photos of his family, Chief Judge McGraw on this day was preparing to meet with high school students who planned to visit the courthouse for mock trials.
When we went into the practice of law, I'd say you kind of go into it with your eyes wide open and trying to figure out which way you're going to go, because when you start, you really never know which way you're going to end up going.
Chief Judge McGraw says he didn't plan on being where he is today for this long, but he enjoys it and has decided to stay on this path until his last term expires. He's been on the bench for 24 years, formerly serving as Chief Judge for all trial courts and now as Chief Judge of Saginaw County Probate Court. One case in particular comes to mind, revolving around a Saginaw lumber baron named Wellington Burt.
He decided to get rid of his family out of his will because and the city of Saginaw, because they wouldn't let him put a little fence up in his yard. So he put off his distribution for a long time, till after his last grandchild turned 21. I was able to resolve the case with all these lawyers.
Although the judge takes his job seriously, his colleagues say one of his lighthearted qualities truly stands out. Who's the jokester of the...
Wait, don't tell her, she knows. Take one guess, Stella.
Yeah, take one guess.
That humor goes a long way when much of his workday is spent upholding the law. And his new assignment doesn't come with extra pay.
It's a recognition by the Supreme Court that you're doing things right and that they trust you and they recognize your abilities to lead and to be able to convince your fellow judges that you're on the right path.
Chief Judge McGraw says he, along with Chief Judge Clark and Chief Judge Gafke, do what they do to see their courts flourish. This October, the courts will be adapting to new reforms in juvenile laws, and that will change the way the judicial system operates around those changes.